Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good about this?
I mean, I like the commentary. I like to know what was, going through your head in certain moments, and that was
Obviously
definitely one of them.
Obviously not much at times.
No, there was a whole lot going through your head with the whole Batwing idea.
Yeah.
There had to have been.
Regrets?
Okay. Regrets? Okay.
I've had a few. Welcome to another episode of 6 Feet Under, a WWE Fanatics original production. How's that sound?
Huh? I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
Okay.
Said it with conviction.
Good. Like I'm professional. Speaking of professional.
What? Me?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I'd go there, but I think today's gonna be fun.
Why? What? So, yeah.
Why do you look nervous? What was that face?
Well, because I don't know. Because I don't really know what we're doing today. So.
Well, I mean, it is November. I think November's synonymous with Survivor Series. Survivor Series is synonymous with Undertaker, which debuted, 35 years ago?
Yeah, 35 years ago.
Why do you have that look on your face?
Because I don't know what you're going to say next.
I
don't want no joke.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Huh?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, I don't know that I believe that.
Okay. Sorry about his attitude today, guys.
35 years.
Yes, 35 years ago, debuted. So I was talking with the producers because you don't really talk about your matches that often. I mean, when somebody asks you to, but it's always, it's a lot of the same matches. And I think there's some matches that have kind of gotten overlooked throughout the year. So
Well, it's not so much I overlook them. I just don't.
No, not you.
I don't remember them as much
that
as.
too.
Within 35 years, I've had a lot of matches.
Right. Well, I should say the ones that most people don't ask about. Like, there's been a lot of, memorable moments throughout your Survivor Series career, I'd say.
Yeah.
And we have proof of that today. We got some packages, some matches. So
we're gonna talk about wrestling matches today.
we're gonna talk about wrestling matches. Okay, is that fine?
Good Lord.
Well, I'm gonna give you let me give you the rundown first, and then we can just go like one by one. Would that work?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
It'll
what I'm
work.
going to remember or what I don't remember.
You can pick where you want to start. How about I'll give you the rundown. You pick where you want to start.
How about we start in Saskatoon at a bar me and Godfather are at?
Yes, that's exactly where I wanted to start.
I don't think you did.
No. Yeah, I love your and Godfather's bar stories actually, especially when y'all fight one another. Did y'all fight each other at the end of the night?
We probably did.
But did y'all fight other people first?
No, we don't fight other people.
Just yourself?
We just fought ourselves. Then one day we realized that that's the stupidest thing that two best
That was
friends.
And I'm pretty sure that was only a few years ago because jewelry ended up in our mailbox that he had sent you or you had sent. Yeah.
Oh, he'd give me at my retirement when I brought everybody in for my retirement. We reenacted a not to the full extent, but we reenacted a BSK night after work. Had the whole crew together for the first time in 20 some odd years. And it ended up pretty much the same way as it always did. Me and Godfather having to put everybody to bed.
I was about to say carrying people
to their rooms and making sure that they made it and didn't sleep in the hallways. But he had a big skull necklace. And just like in the old days, I might have referenced, oh man, that's a really cool necklace. So obviously it comes off, he gives it to me. And then
you try to give it back and he doesn't take it.
Well, actually, I think he actually wanted this back. I think and it was my duty because I had given him my watch so many times back in the day, but it was always like when I'd see him in the morning, he would have it like, okay, here's your watch back. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Oh my goodness.
So
okay, so I'll just give you the rundown. You can choose wherever you want to start. Fair enough?
How far are we going back?
Okay, listen, we're going to go Survivor Series 94 casket match versus
Yoko.
Okay. Survivor Series 95 when you return in that beautiful mask to protect the moneymaker. Remember that one?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay. 96, your entrance from the ceiling with the bat wings.
Good Lord, I wish I could forget that.
I like that one. That was okay. Survivor Series 2005. You came out of a flaming casket.
Mm-hmm.
A little hot in there, huh?
It was extremely
a little toasty.
Hot. Yeah.
And then 2008, you versus the Big Show in a casket match. Which
2008?
2008, yep.
2008. That's kind of a blur.
Well, we've got footage that we can watch. Do you
lucky
care?
Me.
You want to go in order, or you want to?
Hey,
pick?
let's go chronological order
chronological.
here.
Okay, 94.
I think I can remember the 90s better than I can remember the 2000s. So.
Hey, wasn't this the match where Chuck Norris was ringside?
That's right. Yes.
Was he just a fan, or
no? So, well, there was a backstory. So, 93. 94 at the Rumble, we had a casket match. Yoko and I had a casket match. And at the casket match at the Rumble, like, I don't remember how many, like 10 guys come down at the end. Like 10 guys come down and they all jump me. Uh-huh. And I fight them off as long as I can. But then they finally
Right.
started getting the better of me. So, like, I don't know, Diesel, Jeff Jarrett, Bam Bam Bigelow, Brian Adams, gosh, I don't even know what they were called then. Were they the Samoan SWAT team? I don't even remember what they were called at the moment, but Rikishi and Sam, Little Sam. Anyway. And it was Big Sam, actually. Big Sam, Samu, and Fatu. And they're all giving me finishes. And those two, right? Like Fatu, Rikishi, he was always the one that did the big splash.
Right.
Well, I'm laying there, I've already fought these guys off, and I look up and I see Sammy up on the top rope. And I'm like, I never knew he did that move too. And then he landed on me, and then I realized that's why I never see him. I mean, he broke my nose.
Oh no!
He broke my nose, I think, and that was kind of a crash landing. And then they end up rolling me into the casket. The casket starts to smoke, and then from there, that's the thing where my spirit ascended out of the building, which was really cool, I think, for the time period that we pulled that off. But yeah, so then I go away for a while. I come back in at around SummerSlam, and I think I dispose of the Faker Taker that DiBiase had brought out, and then got back to my program with Yokozuna, and so this is kind of where we're at. This is the return casket match. And to make sure that there's no outside interference, Chuck Norris.
Okay.
Chuck Norris is there, and he's going to guard. He's the special enforcer.
You might have to roundhouse kick somebody right upside the head.
Yeah. And then, so that's why he was there. And this was during the time of his TV show, Walker, Texas Ranger, which is actually a really big TV show.
Yeah.
And I think our show and his both aired on USA. So I think that might have had something to do with it as well.
Before we start that, was there any trepidation coming back doing 2 casket matches with Yoke? Is that hard? Because you got to figure out different ways to.
Yeah, it's difficult because there's only so many different ways and different, ways that you can knock somebody into the casket. But there again, it's Yoko, and he was so good in the ring, and not only not just to the physicality part of what he did, but as we go along in this, they'll get pictures, they'll get shots of his face, and the way that he sells the casket and me when I set up and do all that goes so far. That's the storytelling aspect of what we do. And Yoko, as big and as impressive and as dominating as he was, he also had that part of his game, and that is what really made everything work. Okay. it's time for a round of RIP, or Rise Up, a segment brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Here's how it works. I'm going to take a common health trend from our friends at GCMH and tell you if it belongs 6 feet under or if it's worth standing up for. Shell, you ready to keep me honest?
Yeah, always. Okay, here we go. Men don't talk about their health.
Not true. I hear this all the time. I'm saying no to this one.
Are you serious? You ignored your symptoms for weeks this summer. I mean, I'm always having to drag you to get checked.
Yeah, okay, fair cop. You're right. The whole thing made me realize, though, that being silent doesn't mean being tough.
Amen to that. Guys, listen, talking about your health is not a weakness. I mean, it's a strength, real strength. You know it's showing up for your family and taking care of yourself.
Game Day Men's Health is here to separate the hype from what really works. With real clinicians, real solutions, and over 400 clinics nationwide, they'll help you find what's worth rising up for.
Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com/Undertaker. Let's watch some. Because this is actually when I'd watch, I'd be terrified of you back in the day.
Yeah.
But now, those purple gloves, hot.
Hey, man, that was big. When I went from the gray to the purple, that was a big move. Those purple spats that I got on.
Look at that. Oof.
Look, I mean.
Yeah, just that.
Then you got Fuji on the outside trying to reassure him everything's going to be okay, but he doesn't want any part of it. I mean, he was so good. So this is 90, yeah, so this is being 94. Like, you can tell by the way, like I strike and the way I move. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Got Cornette out there. Uh-oh.
He's on the casket. I don't know if he realized. And he's right behind him is Chuck Norris. He finally did realize it. Boy, is he paranoid.
And y'all have been friends for a while now by this point.
We've been friends for a while. That was always fun too, being able to work with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
And not only you get to mess with your friends when you work, but it's also there's also a little bit of pride and just trying to be the top dogs. And he would do anything and everything in his power to make me look like the dead man and vice versa. No, I didn't mean make him like a dead man, but like get over what he did.
Yeah. And y'all have done very little right now by this point, but you already know the story. And everybody's so invested.
By today's standards, we've done very little, but we've done so much.
Yeah.
We're setting the whole table of.
I mean, you've thrown a few punches, a couple kicks.
Well, that's pretty much 95% of my offense.
Fair enough. Oh, he was smooth, huh?
You know how he's 6'4". He's probably touching 500 pounds at this match.
Oof.
And he is he can move like a cat.
Paul Bear.
Your eyes can't, your mind can't believe what your eyes are seeing. Look how smooth. That's a Samoan drop. That is a Samoan drop right there.
Cornette losing his mind. Oh. There's the sit up.
I think this is the match where Cornette really officially lost his mind.
Oh, why's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Another day. Were you close with Cornette and Mr. Fuji?
Oh, Fuji, yeah. I mean, at this point, no. So what a lot of people don't know is Cornette put the word in for me to go from Jerry Lawler's territory in Tennessee, in Memphis, to go to WCW as the skyscraper, the replacement skyscraper for Sid when he broke a rib and punctured a lung. There just wasn't a lot of athletic 6'8", 6'9" guys. Look at that.
That was so good.
Yeah, Cornette, I believe, was the one who put a word in for me and told me, hey, there's this guy down in Tennessee that might be able to be partners with Spivey.
And Yokozuna, no falls here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the match ends when one individual, What? Oh. What do you have to do to the Undertaker to keep him down?
I love when your mama talks about when you and Yoke would sit on her couch, just the two of you. That normally fits 5-6 people.
Yeah. Their house was not that big, and I showed up with Bear, Henry Godwin, Fatu, and Yoke one day when we were working.
You know that neighborhood was talking.
Oh yeah, there's no telling. I don't know what's happened over there at the Callaways, but there's 5 gigantic dudes there.
What do you think Norris is thinking?
Like, he's thinking, like, what on earth have I got myself into?
The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be in the casket if the lid is closed. And Yokozuna will win the match.
So that casket, it looks bigger than normal, which I guess it would have to be to get Yoke in. Is that the same size y'all used before? And then there's like artwork. Is it always the same or?
No. So originally, and still, even after this, a lot of times we would use real caskets.
Uh-huh.
And but obviously, for this kind of match where both of us are, fighting in the casket, we needed to. I'm pretty sure. Like, honestly, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that I probably shot vignettes, building this casket, like I did with Kamala. So I probably. Again, we shot vignettes. I built the casket to unveil, for this match. But it freed us up. Obviously, it freed us up a lot to be able to do more.
Undertaker chopping away. Oh, look at that! Fuji grabbing the hair. And Fuji's going to get it. The Undertaker stepping out of the casket, making his way toward Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji in the clutches of the Undertaker. The Undertaker lets go. Oh, Paulette gets it. Oh, he got hammered.
Look at those little kids up front. They got to be terrified.
Yeah. And at that time, you'll notice, like, I throw a lot of open-handed uppercut, like, strikes, where in a few more years, like, everything kind of becomes more straighter punches and
strikes.
Yeah.
How long did y'all's first casket match go? Like, were they both similar in length? Like 20-ish?
Yeah, they're. I don't remember exactly.
Paul Bear.
Huh?
Sorry, Paul Bear looking at himself in the casket.
Oh, in the urn. And that urn, that's the super urn with the. It's got the light, which is the spirit that was in the urn that gives me all my power.
Oh.
It was quite the visual, like when we'd turn the lights out.
And the light comes out?
Yeah.
From the...
Yeah.
So is that really the only reason that the urn was bigger?
Oh, no. That really had little to do with it. It was a rib on Paul Bearer from Vince.
Oh. Bigger urn for...
Bigger urn, hard to travel with. This is the time where we're still well over 200 dates a year.
Right.
Traveling and flying on most of those dates. So the original urn, it was obviously much easier to travel with, can fit in a suitcase. This thing, oh, wow, it was enormous. And although Paul never sold it to Vince, like it bothered him or
right.
Like he had any issue with it, but man, when we'd get in the car, he would raise 3 kinds of hell.
Undertaker going to the outside. Oh, the Undertaker's going up to the top rope. The Undertaker! Oh, could you believe that?
Dang, that was another move that Kane stole from me right there.
Oh man.
What?
I mean,
no, he did it better.
Brothers steal from each other though. Like
yeah, no. He actually, I didn't use it that often, and he made it a mainstay in his repertoire.
Yeah.
So
the officials have opened the lid of the casket.
His voice haunted me.
Yeah, it was pretty creepy. Yoko's making this as pretty much as difficult as he can for me. This is one of the big 4 pay-per-views, and he's trying to play ha-ha, and not move around very well right now. Look, he's just like, yeah, I'm not giving you any extra help here. So that's me
Like,
pushing on him.
Man.
Hey, wait a minute. What's this? Wait a minute. Someone's on his way.
Uh-oh.
King Kong Bundy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
Chuck Norris,
Chuck Norris is ready. Look
time
at
to
him.
earn that check, Chuck.
Uh-huh.
If I recall, there's somebody else comes down, and then I actually somebody
look at
Bam
you.
Bam Bigelow.
Yep.
Yeah, so these are. I don't think Bundy was in the one in January, but Bigelow was there. So it's kind of basically this is a callback to the January casket match.
Hey, your memory's pretty good.
Well, I mean, it has. There's spots where
Chuck ain't scared though. Look at him. He said,
he's just
I
waiting.
ain't scared,
Chuck's just
boys.
waiting. He's just waiting to get his shit in. That's right, IRS.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Mike is dirty.
I ended up working a program with him. I think probably came out of this. Everybody always said it should have been death and taxes.
That makes perfect. That'd be so relatable.
Right? So the rule of the match is the guy whoever's in the match, when their opponent goes in the casket, they have to shut the lid
For it to be
themselves to be an official
even if they
victory.
didn't put them there, they have to close the lid.
You still have to close the lid. So that's why this is still going on, and I'm completely in the casket.
So Mike leaves. Why did death and taxes never become a thing? Because that's actually pretty good.
I mean, I just, no one thought about it at the time. I mean, we ended up working a program together, but that just didn't.
Look at that. Everything's so believable with him.
Yeah, even the silly stuff that he did, he could always get it back because he was so dominating.
Dang,
and
where'd you
everything
go?
he did, his offense was so. I'm in there. That's how big
You're
that
still
casket
in
is.
there? I can't even see you anymore.
Yeah, that casket was huge.
You'd have definitely taken a nap in that sucker backstage, wouldn't you have?
I probably did.
Oh.
Doesn't look good here. And yes, he has it. He's reaching for it. And there it is. Wait a minute. Oh! The unearthly one has arisen. Wait a minute. Double J is on his way. Double J is on his way down. He's went past.
Hey.
There you go.
Boot to the face. I bet that place went crazy.
Yeah, they were really reactive to him
Where was
when he
this
came
at?
out. Huh?
Do you remember where this was?
This was in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio.
Yoko's out on his feet. Off the rope, the Undertaker underneath it. There's another clothesline. The Undertaker, oh my goodness, DDT on Yokozuna.
I think that's all she wrote, man.
That's
I think
it.
he's about to take a little dirt nap here.
Uh-oh.
Look at this bump.
Boom.
Bang. Pop.
Oh.
Smooth
The other
as
direction, too.
silk,
That
man.
was so smooth.
I'm still
my
not. I'm
gosh.
still not allowed in Japan after doing that. Right there.
I'd be afraid to go. We still have those gloves. Remember we found them in storage?
Yeah, those are probably the exact same one. So that put a button on that. Does Paul take the lid off, and let's see if we get the light.
I hope so.
Here we go. Come on.
I bet that sucker was heavy, pushing him back.
Oh yeah, no doubt. The casket itself was heavy, so I couldn't
Didn't it,
imagine
him?
putting another 500 pounds in it.
Now, did he care about small spaces?
No.
He's fine.
No, he's fine. Thanks, Chuck.
Chuck's feeling good. Look at that. A little smirk on his face.
There it is.
The one and the only, the phenom of the World Wrestling Federation. It's the Undertaker.
That is prime Shakespeare right there.
Look at that. Oh, I do remember that, actually. But I didn't know that was your spirit. That was a spirit that was helping guide you.
That was the
All along, I thought that was just your brilliance and your intuition and all that. I didn't know you had
all of that.
Spirits helping you.
I had everything. The spirit of the dead.
Spirit of the dead.
Well, that was actually kind of not painful.
No.
I can't believe I remembered.
You remembered most of that.
Well, hey.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit, kid.
Maybe not. There's a lot. I think it's just because I have a lot of matches that I want to forget that were really awful, but I think you picked out some ones that I can tolerate.
Okay, yay! So 1 for 1. All right.
1 for 1. Boom. All right, sports fans, this is the tag team you've been waiting for. Affirm and Fanatics just joined forces, so you can grab your fan gear today and pay over time.
With Affirm, you get simple monthly payment options. No late fees, no hidden charges, no surprises. Just flexible plans that fit your budget.
So whatever gear helps you be the fan you want to be, like a new jersey, the latest collectible, or a classic throwback, Affirm can help you make it yours with a payment plan that works for you.
Because being a fan isn't about spending more. It's about backing your team, your heroes, and your story, your way.
Visit affirm.com/WWE to get started. Or download the Affirm app. It's free on iOS and Android.
With Affirm and Fanatics, now every fan can own their moment.
Subject to eligibility and terms apply.
How about when you returned like a gothic superhero in a mask? 95.
So we had to figure out a way. So I had I'd had a match with Mabel.
Mm-hmm.
And in the course of that match, he was coming off of one rope as fast as he could, and I was coming off the other rope.
Oof.
And I think it was going to be, I don't know if I was going to just eat a clothesline or if it was a double close. I don't remember actually what the spot was, but he was behind in the spot, and because he was a little bit gassed. And instead of throwing a clothesline, so he tried to compensate for being behind in the spot, and instead of a clothesline, he threw a punch. Oh. The punch hits me in the face, and his fist ends up kind of stopping in my eye socket. Oh. And it caused an orbital blowout fracture.
Was that number 1?
This was the first one. Yes, this was the first one. Where I lost 90% of my orbital floor in that one. Had to have all of that surgically rebuilt and put back together.
You weren't hot, were you?
What's that?
You weren't hot, were you?
I might have been a little hot. But when I come back, I came back as fast as I could come back, and they wanted me to, which is pretty rare for that time period too. Like wanted to make sure that my face didn't get crushed again.
Yeah.
So that the mask was serving basically its main focus and main purpose was to protect my eye socket.
Protect the moneymaker.
But we didn't want it to look like, we didn't want it to look like, a basketball player when they break their nose and they got to wear
Batman.
So I had this guy make the mask, and it actually turned out it was a really cool part of my development, the character development. But when it was time to come out of it, I had to fight to come out of that thing. Vince loved it.
He wanted to keep you in it?
Yeah, he wanted to keep me in it for a while.
Rib. Probably a rib.
No, I think because it was really cool.
A whole nother mystique.
It
added like a whole nother
added
level.
another layer to the mystique of the Undertaker. But yeah, it was just, there's a lot to that mask.
Let's look at it.
Yeah. So. I do remember these. I don't remember if we settled. I guess we did on the lace up back, but so this was.
You look hot there. Like you're not trying to look scary. You're just being yourself with the mask on. Kind of like it.
Freak. I had to go to this guy's apartment in downtown New York City. His apartment was on the 3rd or 4th floor. No lift, no elevator, nothing, right? So, and that doesn't really sound like, well, what's the big deal about that? But, by this point, I'm already in, my hips are already getting shot. But so we go to this guy's apartment, and as I don't know.
You don't know him?
I don't know him at all.
Okay.
Like I meet him at his front door.
Oh.
And a little bit eccentric. And he's got like his whole apartment is probably the size of this studio. Oh. And so he was actually still working. It's made out of leather.
So was it full of other stuff too?
Yes. His apartment. Yeah. There's stuff all over the place. But now he's giving me I guess he did a lot of musical costumes and stuff like that, and special masks for different shows, and so he's giving me the do's and don'ts of wearing a mask, this type of mask. Okay. He says you don't touch it. He says don't touch the mask when you work because the mask is part of you. Oh. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, but it's not like he's just telling me this. I mean, he's really animated.
He's worried about the mask too.
And he's worried about he's worried about, which I appreciate. I do appreciate it. And I probably listened to him, but just meeting this guy and this whole circumstance of him putting a mold on my face, and I'm in this strange apartment in New York City, and I'm laying there, and I've got this mold material on my face.
Ew, this sounds horrible.
With the straws in
You're
the
in a very
nose so I
vulnerable
can
position.
breathe, and it was. This is actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same guy that ended up building or making Kane's original mask.
Oh.
So I get the lecture on how the mask etiquette.
Is that top on the back of it? It laced up like that in the back? Was it like what is that?
You know what? I keep wanting to think that I changed that, but I'm not certain. It may have been a big lace up.
Wow.
Well, you just you untie the bottom, like in a mask like that. You just untie the bottom and loosen them up like like you do your shoes. But I don't think that I don't really think that I like that.
Yeah.
I just can't remember, but I much preferred the way like Mick he did Mick's mask, I think, as well. I could be mistaken on that, but where you just strap it on and not have to lace it all up. But
well, that's wild though, how much that looks like you.
Right. Well, yeah, me with a big scary mask. So yeah, that's the clay mold.
That's pretty cool though. Making inside his apartment. Mm-hmm. Wow. So
when I come back to work, I'm wearing that, and then he paints it obviously, and it looks like kind of like the Phantom of the Opera. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can tell that's a mask there, but that one on the bottom, it really doesn't. Yeah, it's just like that
looks like because you really can't except right there around the mouth.
And then he painted it like I wore my face back then too. So.
And now let's take a look. Is everyone well at that face? Wait a minute.
Oh, I talked for so long. I forgot this is Survivor Series. So
yeah, your team. You're actually teaming with Savio, Fatu, or Quiche, and then Henry Godwin, which that's a good little group, huh? Fun group, I should say.
Oh, this is already the end of it. Yeah, I don't even think, so yeah, I did have the lace up. I just saw it right there. So I kept that's Triple H right there.
Whoa. Nice.
He always took a really good choke slam.
Nice, that was really good. You had like your own little Avengers group. Very speaking of eclectic mask maker,
so I'm like
group.
The dead guy. I got the hillbilly guy.
Yep. Savio and then Quiche.
Yeah, nobody got eliminated. That was a clean sweep.
Strong 4 there. So it was y'all four, and then you had what? The King. You had Lawler, right? Lawler, Mabel,
Triple H, and
Isaac Yankem.
Oh, that's right, Isaac Yankem. He
Yankem.
would go on to have a fairly good career. Not as Isaac Yankem,
but as your
I would adopt
brother.
My brother Kane.
Yeah. So do you remember working with the other guys that much? I mean, that team in particular?
I remember working with all those guys. Yeah. Obviously, I remember working with Mabel because I lost an eye socket, so that always kind of stood out. And obviously, my matches with Triple H they only went uphill from that one. And then I had some pretty good matches with Yankem Kane Yankem.
I guess you could say, Yankem Kane. Yankem Kane. Okay.
It's amazing that he survived after Isaac Yankem, but he did.
He did.
Yeah.
He only had one way to go, probably, in his mind.
There was only one way to go after Yankem.
True. What photos do you wish you could share with your long-distance friends or family? Big events? Silly everyday things? What are you currently doing to stay connected?
Aura Frames keeps my family connected, even when we're miles apart. That's why it's my favorite gift to give. Unlimited free photos and video. Just download the Aura app and connect to Wi-Fi.
Preload photos before it ships. Keep adding from anywhere, anytime.
Personalize your gift. Add a message before it arrives.
Share photos and videos effortlessly, straight from your phone all year long.
Gift box included. Every frame comes packaged in a premium gift box with no price tag.
You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it.
For a limited time, visit auraframes.com and get $45 off of Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using code Undertaker at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code Undertaker. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so order now before it ends. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, so you went from bat mask to bat wings, basically. What?
Really? Yeah.
I mean,
look,
that's what they were. And what was that? That was the year after, correct? 96? 95 was the mask, and then
96.
You were filling the whole bat gimmick, so they put bat wings on you.
You know, at this point in my life, I'm staying out really late and probably drinking more than I should, and probably my judgment might be impaired through a few of these years.
Are you saying you asked for the bat wings?
I did. That was my idea.
Nobody else to blame, huh?
I was. This was my early attempt at being more demonic, I guess. The character, kind of taking it to that demonic state. So I figured what would be more demonic than me being in all leather,
like Batman.
All shiny leather with some really big bat wings. And hey, I'm not just going to do this anywhere. I'm going to do it at Survivor Series in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're going to go, you go big, right?
Go big. You came in, yeah.
Yeah, it's again not one of my better ideas.
But see, memorable. It's memorable. Everybody remembers the bat wings.
They do remember.
They remember the bat wings.
Not in a good way.
Well,
it looks so much cooler, and this kind of thought process would repeat itself later on in my career with a pair of the snakeskin pants. But I just, in my mind's eye,
it looked good.
It was going to be really, really cool looking.
Right.
I mean, you're coming in from the top of Madison Square Garden like a giant demonic bat dragon thing.
Yeah. But then it kind of turned out like...
Well, yeah, then I'm just kind of hung there trying to be intimidating with my black leather ensemble. It was
like Batman on a budget.
It was Batman budget. It was budget Batman.
It was budget
in Madison
Batman.
Square Garden.
Then you
Fortunately, I was working with Mankind, and we were pretty dialed in at this point. So
you had Paul Bearer like in a shark cage.
Yeah, Paul Bearer, due to his outside interference and everything that he had done was in there. I don't know how they got him in there really, but
wow.
What? I'm just saying it was a small cage. I mean, he didn't have a lot of room to.
No wiggle room.
Yeah, and I didn't really like working right underneath it either.
Oh, yuck!
What?
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want to even imagine.
Yeah, it's
not from the stories I've heard. Okay, so clearly you're out drinking maybe a little too much. Maybe thinking some ideas are greater in your head than on live TV.
Everybody in the car that was in the car when I brought up the idea may or may not have been in the same state, if not worse than me.
So they thought it was good.
They all loved it.
They were pitching ideas.
They were like, that's the greatest thing ever. That'll be so awesome.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it will be.
And they were your friends?
Yeah, my best friends.
Okay.
Yeah, at the time.
Not after that. I'm joking.
They survived that.
Joking.
But I'm just, everybody was on board.
Okay, so you and the whole car gets on board with this idea. It's grand, and you have to go pitch it to Vince, right? Mm-hmm. So, he trusted you and your character enough to give you the green light right away, or was there like a
No, I just had to pitch it to him. So, I mean, by this time, I'm 5-6 years into my run here, and I'd done pretty well with the things that we had changed, and I constantly was always trying to evolve the character and keep it fresh. And so I came in, and I was like, I want to take this character in a darker place, and he made me explain it and give my reasoning for. And I'm not just talking about the bat wings. I'm just talking about the whole different look, because it was different. Right, it was a different.
But that's something you're always good at, like evolving the character. Like you've
always
been good at that.
And then he trusted me, because I didn't win a lot of arguments with Vince. Like, or if there were just not a lot that I came out on the upper hand with. But I think I was very passionate when I delivered my idea to him and explained what the look was going to be and what the character, why I'm doing this, and I think it was
got him.
God damn, that'll be great. I love it. And that's all I needed. And then I remember I always had rather been yelled at when I come back to the gorilla position. I'd rather be yelled at than not to be made eye contact with. Oh. And I had to stand there for a second to get him to look up. And I think when he looked up, I got what were you thinking?
One and done.
Yeah. So the bat wings, they
flew away.
They flew away right there.
Okay.
This message is sponsored by Raycom. Keep your ears open and your holiday playlist rolling with Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds. These open earbuds let you stay connected to your surroundings while enjoying your favorite music, podcasts, or calls. Perfect for a jog, commute, or just kicking back. And this Black Friday and Cyber Monday, you can save up to 30% on all Raycon audio products.
Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds keep your ears open while still delivering crystal clear sound. They sit just outside your ear canal so you can stay tuned into traffic, co-workers, or whatever's happening around you without losing out on music or podcast quality.
Lightweight and all-day comfortable. They'll never feel bulky, and the secure fit means that they stay put whether at the gym, on a walk, or grinding through my to-do list.
And here's the kicker. Raycon delivers the same premium audio quality as the big brands, but half the price. Add in over 3 million happy customers and 30-day happiness guarantee, and there's zero reason to overpay.
A couple of features that make them my everyday go-to. Open ear design. Breathable fit delivers comfort, safety, and immersive audio while keeping you aware. Multi-angular hook. Rotating ear hook ensures a secure, personalized fit for any activity.
Lightweight. Ultra light with a flexible ear hook that adapts to any ear for all-day comfort and awareness. Multi-point connection. Connect to multiple devices and switch seamlessly without hassle.
And 36 hours of battery life. I use this product, and you should too.
Black Friday is around the corner. Raycon Audio products are up to 30% off site-wide. From everyday essentials to the latest releases, it's the perfect time to upgrade your sound or get ahead on gifting. These early deals won't last long, so shop now before they're gone. Go to buyraycon.com/6feetopen to save on Raycon audio products site-wide. Let's take a look at these suckers. They're pretty big, weren't they?
Yeah. They were special.
Oh. He was so good.
This was really big at this time, like the lighters, and because we didn't have cell phones then,
Right.
so these are lighters.
He is the one. He is the only. He is the Undertaker, and look at that. He's descending from above.
Look at those things.
I mean,
What is the legit wingspan on those?
they've got to be 8 foot. Now, they didn't
Holy
help
moly.
me. They didn't really help me with camera angles either. Like,
Look at those
that's very Gene Simmons-esque. Like, well, I don't know what am I
You
supposed
look
to
like
do?
a legit bat. How they go like this? Like,
Well, I know, but I couldn't like flap my wings. That would have been really stupid.
I'm so glad you didn't flap your wings. They're probably heavy.
I think, you know.
But why are your feet like this?
Because I'm hooked up to a harness coming down from the roof at Madison
Even
Square
your
Garden.
feet, there was no wiggling on the feet.
Well, that would be silly too. If I was just wiggling my feet.
Okay. Fair enough.
At least
Okay, where'd you
at
go?
least they got off of me to get me unharnessed, and
How soon did you take the bat wings off?
they're
Look,
gone.
they're gone.
They're gone.
Okay.
And the teardrop. He loved
Poor-
the teardrop too.
Poor bat wings. Those were very short-lived.
Yeah,
Look at
that
that
was
shark
they were
cage.
one and done.
He has wiggle room in there. Oh,
Why don't you just? I don't know why I didn't go around to the other side, because he wasn't going to get up that quick.
he screamed. Wow. He screamed the entire match almost, didn't he?
Yes. So I mean, if I had just come out like that with a coat or a cloak or something, it might have worked better.
But even that's different. That's all leather. Was that
yes,
the first
that
time
was
you
all
wore all
leather, and
leather?
it was all extremely hot.
Sticky. They get hot and sticky.
Yes.
Was that your idea too? In the
Yeah,
same
all of
dream,
it,
like in
all
the
of it.
same
All of it's mine.
same part of the whole car agreeing, like they were digging the
Oh
leather.
yeah, the leather. Yeah, it'll be cool. Tight leather pants that lace up on the side.
Hair half up, half down. I mean, a whole.
Too.
Hey, at least you're owning it.
Hey, what am I going to do?
I don't know.
I mean,
you
it's
have to.
it's there for the world to see.
Okay.
You know, I kind of, it looks like Gene Simmons back there on the aisle. Look in the back
Where?
left corner,
Back left.
halfway
oh,
up the
I
aisle.
see.
It looks like Gene Simmons,
Yep.
like getting ready to sue me for gimmick infringement. Yeah, you know, you
Look at
have to.
Look at the guy's face right there in the front right with a V on his shirt. He's like,
Did you see those
what
stupid ass
is
bat
going
wings? That's what he's telling
on?
his
This
buddy.
is what
He's
I
like,
paid for?
No way he came down in those silly bat wings. But you have to, you know, that's the part of this business. You have to throw things against the wall.
Yeah.
Some stuff's going to stick, some's not.
Some flies away.
Yeah. So, lesson learned.
Lesson learned. What about that? What is that?
That's
like
a teardrop.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna
didn't know if it was
I'm gonna take a soul and not shed one tear for it.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you if that was a little blemish on your cheek, but no.
No,
That was
it's
intention.
That was an intentional teardrop,
Okay.
and that was the meaning behind it. That I'm gonna take your soul and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna shed a tear for you.
Not one tear. Did you keep the teardrop for a while?
Yeah, I did keep the teardrop for a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
And then it just
And then it disappeared
miraculously, that tattoo went away one day.
It happens.
It does.
Did you know that good old producers found some behind the scenes
Of
footage of the Batwings, the rehearsal, and so we can see more actually.
we've
Ready?
seen.
No, we haven't seen enough. The people have not seen enough. This is good. This is like never before seen. You may not have even seen it before.
Why are
Because
you doing this?
I like it. It's great.
just because
it's
you like it.
different. I would have been in that car saying, yes, that is great. I like it.
No, you wouldn't let me. You wouldn't let me go out like that.
I wouldn't let you go out like that.
I've never seen this footage, so
Okay, here you go. Look.
this is rehearsal. Okay, yeah, this is rehearsal. Look at Paul.
What do you
like,
think
this
everybody's
is a horrible
thinking?
idea.
Look. What's
Look at
Vince
Vin- well,
yelling?
Vince is looking right at
yelling
it.
at you and laughing. Look. Oh, Sean's in the ring laughing.
It's utterly silent in there.
Nobody, yeah, no.
Like
Nobody
they're
wants
all
to say
they're all
anything.
looking at each other like, who wants to tell him?
Who's going to tell him?
Well, this the rib. I don't know if he ribbed me and just stuck me there for a while.
That thing's got to be so heavy.
There's Bruce.
Look at that. Oh my! It looks like. You can hear Paul Bearer.
There's Mick.
He wasn't afraid of heights or anything, was he?
Mm-mm.
And he thought it was a good idea?
Well, he'd already turned on me, so he wasn't
Okay, I
going
was
to
about
tell
to say,
me.
you trusted him to not rib you? But look, those things are ginormous. Were they heavy themselves? They had to have been.
Yeah. I mean, that's all leather.
Wow.
Pat Patterson over there on the right.
Oh,
That
look at your
look right
face.
there. This is not a great idea.
were you still owning it though? You had to.
Still, at this point, I still think we're going to pull this off.
Okay.
Because
Even
there's
with that
no
look
lighting.
right there.
Yeah, there's no lighting. You know, I'm thinking dark, and then the right lighting and the right camera angles. This is still gonna work.
Okay.
But anyway,
No tattoo just yet. It doesn't look like.
oh no, it's early in
Unless
the day.
it's okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was early in the day.
Okay. Oh goodness.
Hey, you know what? Back in Memphis in '87, I got tarred and feathered. Do we want to look at that too, or what?
Do we have it, guys? Next time, please. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I don't
Be a
think
good
I don't
one.
even think they had cameras back then. So if they did, they were in black and white.
Oh, they'll find it. Yep. See that? Oh goodness. Why are you so happy?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Football's back. I like these belts, man. They look good.
Thank you. I got WWE Shop and Fanatics carry all the legacy titles now.
Collect your favorite team's championship-style title and let everyone know where your loyalty stands.
You can head on over to fanatics.com to grab your collegiate and NFL legacy titles today.
Let's do it.
But for me, I'm sticking with Seminoles and Steelers.
Are you feeling good? Are you feeling good about this?
I mean, I like the commentary. I like to know what was, going through your head in certain moments, and that was
Obviously not
definitely
much.
one of them.
Obviously not much at times.
No, there was a whole lot going through your head with the whole Batwing idea.
Yeah.
There had to have been.
Regrets.
Regrets? Okay.
I've had a few.
All right, let's skip a few years. 2005.
Well, I got by 2005, I think I got my shit
got it
together
together?
by 2005.
This is when you come out of a flaming casket.
Yeah.
Was that your idea too?
Absolutely not.
Good.
No.
Okay. Because I mean, nothing says, like romantic flashback, like Third Degree nostalgia, which you have gotten a few times.
I mean, I got a little singed on this one too, but not like I did at the Elimination Chamber.
Well, that was the worst.
But yeah, this one is. So I think I had a casket match or something with Randy.
Mm-hmm.
And him and his dad lit it on fire.
Right.
And so this is my return from that. It's during Survivor. I don't have a match, but this is my official return. Randy had just won Survivor Series for Team SmackDown, and so all the this was when we were trying to create the Raw SmackDown dynamic and make it a real competition. Randy had been on Raw, had got moved to SmackDown, and now he just won Survivor Series for SmackDown. So the whole SmackDown roster, not the whole roster, but a large part of it, all come down to celebrate with him. And then somebody shows up.
In his face, because I was there at this point.
Were you?
I was there, yeah. 2004 is when I started, so I remember this.
Thought you were still in high school.
No, not quite. I just graduated. Just joking. A few years prior. You keep doing this. I have not been the one to initiate any of the wisecracks. You're not afraid of some pyro. You and your pyro, like, that was the when you got caught on fire at the Elimination Chamber. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. The aftermath, but we're talking Survivor Series, so
Survivor Series 2005.
2005.
That's Randy Orton right there. He used to be part of Raw. You guys blew it. Now he's part of SmackDown, and he was victorious with Team Smack. Uh-oh. Oh, my.
Look how young Randy is.
Everybody's in the ring. They won't let him down, right? He's trying to get down, and they're still trying to celebrate like they don't hear my music. Look, like I think at this point, yeah, I think I'd have been gone, but they're going to hold him up here for. Now they've let him down. My trusted druids.
Trusted druids. You've had a few. I bet Randy was, 23?
Oh, yeah, he was young. He was, yeah.
Look at his face.
Funny enough, I was more worried, like, when we rehearsed this and everything, I was more worried about the casket getting put on its side.
Than being caught on fire?
Well, I didn't have any clue that I was going to get caught on fire a little bit.
Oh, a little bit.
I just thought that they might, it'd be too heavy, when they put it down, that I was going to continue to go and the casket would fall over.
I knew you didn't know you were going to get caught on fire, but even the heat, you weren't worried about the heat?
Well, whatever take for the show sometimes. Still had that. In 2005, I still had that mentality. I don't know that I ever lost that, but.
Uh-oh. Okay, whose idea was this? Because that just does not look safe.
It wasn't. I'm not sure whose idea it was.
His eyes are about to pop out of his head.
But it was sold to me. Vince sold this to me. Oh, you'll be inside the casket.
Yeah, on fire.
And when you
look at that, how can
I don't remember you. I think I had to count in my head. So what you can't tell when that happens is when I kicked that door off. It created a draft.
Oh no!
So the fire that's on the casket come in, and I lost some eyebrow. But I don't think I got any skin melted on this one.
You look like a video game character right there walking down.
So jacked?
Yeah. Duh.
Get out of here.
See ya.
Somebody
One
feed.
down. Who's next?
Look at the beard.
Oof. Oh. Oh. Nobody's running?
They were all trying to get out, but.
Oh. Sorry.
I don't know what that was. I think I got jammed up on a punch.
Regal. Ooh. Sorry, Regal. Just like
Which makes it him even heavier, but it was very cool the way it looked, I thought.
Randy's the smart one.
Oh, he bailed early.
He said, I'm out.
Again, it's another one of those. It's another one of those deals where I was glad that my hair was wet.
Yeah, I bet.
But my eyebrows did get a little singed on that, and a little burn on the skin. Not bad though.
Oh. I just don't know if somebody told me I was going to be inside something burning that I could like mentally get through that. And I like hot. I like heat.
Obviously.
Duh. But bump. That was good though. I think Randy might have, his britches might have been a little wet.
He might have soiled himself.
Yeah. Was Regal the craziest tombstone you've he was on full on
leg
middle splits.
No, I don't know that was the craziest, but it was one that I remember visually.
Did he say something after?
Huh?
Did he say something after? Or was it just?
No,
he just did it in the moment.
No, he just Regal was Regal from the whole beginning of the segment, like wanting to know what he could do to make it better, make it stand out.
Yeah.
So I think that was what the leg thing was.
He did. I like it.
Yeah, it was different. I don't think anyone's ever taken on purpose. I don't think anyone's ever taken that.
They hadn't done the splits
tombstone.
Upside down. You and Randy is he one? I know you consider Sean and Hunter, but Randy, you've had some good matches. Is he one of your greatest rivals also? Would you put him up there with?
He was fun to work with. He was young, and Obviously you could see tons of potential in him, and you knew he was going to be a star.
Good,
so I do remember, people asking or making comments like to the fact of why I sold so much for him. Like I think I ended up in that program at some point. Like I took a big backdrop.
Yeah.
Like 2005, like the backdrops and
Right.
things like that were on a minimum, and you better be on that top tier. But I knew that was his trajectory, and that's where he was going. So I sold a lot for Randy, but he was smooth, even at however young he was there, 23, 24, however old he was still really smooth and fun to work with.
I bet. All right. I think this is the last one. Yep.
Let's hope.
Casket Match with Big Show. You remember what year it was? 2008.
2008.
Yeah, you sent him into is this where you sent him into a standing casket?
Yes.
And the lid wouldn't shut?
No, I think that's how I ended up going over.
Is because
I Irish whipped him on the stage into the casket. The casket flipped over, and then the door shut.
It shut.
When he came down.
Okay.
This 2005, 6, 7, 8. I think it was physically for me, probably some of my best years. Mm-hmm. Still got a lot of bounce in my steps,
A little pep in your step,
and a fluidity in my body, and Big Show at this point has really got a really good understanding of what we do now,
right?
And you'll see him the way he sells and does different things. Sometimes it was kind of like that Yokozuna effect in his cell.
Unassumingly athletic. Unassumingly athletic.
Yeah, I don't know if it was in the beginning of this before, I think it was in another match, but I mean, he's really good, and these are the little things that really set everything up and make everything make sense. Are the facials and the different cells from him. So he did a really good job in this.
No pun intended, but wasn't he one of the first big guys to jump from WCW?
Yeah, he came over pretty early on, and it was like he was like a big lump of clay that we had to mold.
Yes.
Not only as a performer, incredibly gifted athlete. He's legit 7'1", 7 foot, 7'1", 400-pounder, 500 pounds, whatever he is, but a legitimate athlete, and but sometimes wanting to be athletic and do all those things didn't work.
Didn't make sense.
Didn't make sense for him being a Giant. So
I think
he got mentored. He got really mentored a lot, good and bad.
I was about to say, I may have seen you, mentor him partially a few times.
But the funny part about that is, though, it came around completely full circle, and where I seen him mentoring and repeating things that I remember telling him. So,
and he gives you credit for that. He used to always talk about that.
Yeah, it took him a while, but he picked it up, and
look, you still got signs. Take her, bury me alive. That lady wants you to bury her alive.
Well, I still had it back then.
Still got it. Yeah. All right, let's see.
Let's see how we
Giant versus Giant. No bat wings, no leather.
Just Dukes.
Just Dukes. No gloves. Just the red line across the head from the hat. That kind of became a staple.
Yeah.
Look at John Cone.
Watch, John Cone. Look at
Cone.
Show. See, he's doing nothing, but it's just.
Jeez, he's huge. Watch Charles look the exact same.
He does look exactly the same.
Oh. Now that casket, that's not like that big.
No. This is a bigger than normal casket, but this is a casket specifically built for a big person who's died, obviously.
Now, we no disqualifications or any countouts, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not looking for pins or submissions here.
Only one way to win. You put your opponent in the casket, and you shut the lid.
Were you ever concerned that he wouldn't fit in the casket, or did you know? Because I know you custom built some for your opponents, but
Yeah.
were you pretty confident he'd go in?
Yeah, well, we tried it. I'm sure they tried it out.
I noticed 3 announce tables over there. So you got what? Raw, SmackDown, and ECW commentator tables, announce tables?
I think it's Raw. I don't know. It's one of the Raw.
Raw, SmackDown. And that's why you got,
that's
you got
ECW.
Stryker
That's
over
Matt
there.
Stryker, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And then Raw, and then SmackDown.
Ooh.
Ham hock.
Heavy.
Now, I know y'all were super close, almost like brothers, and I definitely know that you treated him like a brother because he was easy to mess with.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. You would mess with him all the time. Did you mess with him during matches?
What? I don't know. What do you?
You are such a liar.
In matches, not probably not in this match, not in a PLE or TV. In house show matches, maybe, but they were all learning lessons, though.
He makes those chairs look like they're 2
like
pounds.
they weigh nothing, right?
Those are like awkward and kind of heavy. Oh. What was that, the monitor?
That was one of the monitors, which are kind of heavy and not the best idea to swing them like that. But I figured it was show. He could take
Gotta
it.
throw everything
he's
at
big.
him.
He could take this.
Yeah.
The Big Show is on the what the and the Undertaker driving the largest athlete in the world right through the announce table.
Well, that's a tailbone breaker right there.
That's a hip replacer. It'd take a lot
I'm
to keep
thinking
that
right
big
now,
guy
why
down.
on earth would I take that and lead with my butt?
Oh.
So I still had hops then.
Did you, so when he came in, did you feel like since he was a big guy that you should teach him the ropes and kind of take in that big brother mentorship role?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you look at it. In his first match with WCW, he wins the world title for them. But he was also in a system where he wasn't learning anything but bad habits.
Right.
And he got here, and he brought a lot of those bad habits with him. Not only in the ring, but the way that he dealt with people. And I mean, obviously, you have a 7-foot monster athlete. Like, if you can get his stuff together here, yeah, it's a future.
Right.
It's a future opponent. So yeah, I want to mentor him and get him on the right page and be obviously a viable opponent for several people, right? So he pushed the limits of my patience several times, but also like I always looked and like, man, if he can get this shit together, he's going to be a player.
Right. But he always listened, right? Like, maybe not.
Yeah, he would listen, and then he would sometimes revert back. See, this is they're trying to explain that he has to he doesn't want to get close to the casket. He doesn't. He's freaked out by the casket. So, see, this is just storytelling.
Well, you get the impression Big Show doesn't want to touch the casket, but the lid's going to close all the way, and the Undertaker's got it blocked.
I think he just spared my leg right there.
Some good flexibility. Oh, he's alive. Dang.
I think one of these punches looks that one. I didn't touch him, actually.
Okay, I mean, I've seen a few, but what? Top of your head. Show testing your patience. Like, give me something. Give me an example.
I'll give you one example that kind of in the ring and one just on a personal note.
Okay.
So for a long period of time there, we'd get to the buildings early, 12, 1 o'clock was our call times.
Right.
And nothing really went on for a few hours, no rehearsals or anything like that. So I think most people by now know that we played a lot of dominoes. And we're playing dominoes. I think it was myself, Kane, Godfather, and I don't remember who the fourth was, but we kept a friendly game. We didn't play for money. We played for bragging rights, right? Be able to talk trash for the rest of the day and who the best domino player was. Well, we caught that joker double palming, or he was palming a double five, like when he was doing the dishes, and we caught him, which is
cheating.
You caught him cheating.
Yeah.
And yeah, he almost got jumped that day. Because it just there was no need for it, right? It's just, and then there was another time. I had just come back. I think I had been. I don't know if I had an injury or whatnot, but I started in a house show. It was in Detroit. And at this point in my career, like it was just a house show, right? I didn't like to.
Oh, geez.
I didn't like to get there and start talking about matches.
Right.
Like all I want, and the way that I wanted to run a house show was, I just want to finish, and then we'll come up with the rest of it. Mm-hmm. So I roll in again. I'd been off for a while. I come in. I'm saying hello to everybody that I hadn't seen in a while, and he comes in and he's like messing with me like a little kid, like, hey, what are we gonna do tonight? What are we gonna do tonight? Me and you, all right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna blow you up. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, show. I was like, leave me alone. I said, I'm just talking right now. I don't. This is like when we showed up to the building. We're not on till the very last match. So we still got intermission, all this. I mean, the match hadn't even started yet. So anyway, he just keeps at it. And then finally he gets the message. And then right after intermission, here he comes again. He starts it all over again. And it was a tag. And I want to say it was me and Kane against him and somebody. And I don't remember who the somebody was. But I made sure I said, when I tag him in, or when you tag him in, do not tag him out. And I went to work on him.
Blow him up.
I gassed him to, he was purple. When I finally let him tag out, he was purple. He was sweating profusely. And he got out and he was laying on the top rope, to where the top rope, he was laying on it so hard that the top rope was touching the second rope.
Oh, my goodness.
And just slobber and drool are running out of his mouth. He is so gassed. And then finally he recovered enough and we got him back in the match. And I said, you still want to play ha? No, sir. No, sir. I was like, all right, here we go. But, it just, by that time he was really feeling comfortable, and he knew that he knew I was hard on him, but he knew that I loved him and I actually was looking out for him. Yeah. But sometimes it was tough love. He tells I always love when he tells stories about me getting on him. And he said, because he had come back and he said, I'd see those little crooked fingers and he'd be telling me to come over here, and I'd be like, damn, I'm about to get chewed out.
Oh.
But
remember when he made you so mad overseas on one match that you decided to play a rib on him and have everybody not talk to him? Nobody talked to him on the bus. And he was coming up to me like, he called me MC. Is Taker mad? Like, I know the match wasn't good, but he's super hot. Like, he wouldn't talk to me. I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, he's hot about something in the match, and left it at that, per your request. And then we got to catering. Nobody would sit with him. And then he finally sat with.
He sat by himself. Valley Dave.
No, everybody moved first.
Yes,
you said when he comes
down.
and sits down, let's all move. Oh my gosh, y'all! I felt so bad. Show sits down, we all move. I thought he was gonna cry. Like he was like this, eating by himself, and then Dave felt so bad that he went.
Yes.
and told him.
Dave's kind heart. He's like,
Yes.
I can't do it. So he had to go sit by.
I know. I think it was the same night Dave choked on a chicken wing, which was terrifying. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did mess with him.
The Big Show has apparently destroyed one casket. We now have another casket. And these two huge men just hammering away.
It's almost as if Big Show is wrestling defensively just to get out of dodge.
Missed that camera angle. He just ran me into that 10 right there.
See, that one doesn't look that deep.
He's so freaking strong.
Yeah. Sheesh. Like, that's not light. There's no way that's light.
It's not light. No.
Whoa, what?
Big Show teetering on disaster on the edge of the staging area. What? Oh! And Big Show in the casket. The lip shots.
Was that planned or did it just happen to?
I don't remember.
That's pretty good. Regardless. Yeah, I love it though when there's like happy accidents. Like,
Yeah.
if that were a happy accident, it was cool. See, that was actually fun. That wasn't painful.
Yeah, I just made most of that up. I don't know that any of it was true.
You didn't have to say that. Nobody would have known.
No, believe me, they're going to fact check
This
everything.
is true. This is true. It's okay. It's your point of view.
Huh?
It's your point of view.
It's my recollection.
It's your recollection.
It's my recollection of what happened.
And the biggest thing is that you were accountable for the Batwing idea.
Just do they? I mean, I own the bat wings. I own the snakeskin pants.
And the leather. The all leather.
Yeah, the all leather get up wasn't the greatest either.
Yeah. But I really did enjoy that. That was fun. I think the people like it.
I don't know that I've ever done commentary on any of those matches. By the way,
barely even watch your matches back ever.
not anymore. Like I used to when I was in the game. I'd do it, but like now.
But in the last 15 years?
No, probably not so much.
No.
No, wait a minute.
20 years?
No, come on, man.
What?
I've only been retired.
Oh, yeah, you
5
debuted. You debuted 35. My brain's a little tired, too.
35 years.
What
ago.
year are we? 25. 10 years.
Something
Ish.
like that. Yeah.
Ish. Point being, you rarely watch your matches, and that was fun. So thank you.
Little blast from the past.
Little blast from the past.
Mm-hmm.
You still look good.
Come on.
Come on now. Stop.
Give you the old
I
flare.
can't with you. I know. No. All right, well,
That's all we got.
that's a wrap.